In today's era where educational qualifications are rapidly devaluing, the path for ordinary young people is not to join the educational rat race, but to willingly endure higher-level hardships. Enduring higher-level hardships means shifting from a mindset focused on taking tests to one focused on practical experience. Why does the current devaluation of qualifications cause anxiety and despair for many? Because from a young age, we've been taught that knowledge changes destiny. The underlying message of this is that our education is entirely for utilitarian purposes, for standing out and climbing social ladders. Under the influence of this ingrained belief, we naturally link learning entirely to our future livelihood. As the scarcity of qualifications decreases and future returns become more uncertain, the benefits and advantages that learning can bring become unclear, and the significance of learning itself disappears. Consequently, one fundamentally loses the motivation to learn, choosing instead to lie flat and give up. However, the truth of the world is that working for money, learning, and educational qualifications are entirely different things. Most people confuse these four, resulting in exacerbated anxiety with qualifications, exerting all their effort but only repeating other hardships. In reality, a person's fate is not determined by how much knowledge they have acquired, but by what they have accomplished. When a person's ability to accomplish things is no longer simply evidenced by a diploma, educational qualifications cannot directly determine one's future outcome. From this perspective, the devaluation of qualifications is actually beneficial for most ordinary students. It means that they no longer have to endlessly compete in exams and tests, but can return to the essence of learning for practical application. Only learning that can be utilized and practiced in reality is truly effective. The goal of studying hard is no longer just for diplomas and certificates, but to enhance one's overall capability, acquire necessary professional knowledge, cultivate specific thinking abilities, and apply them in practice to solve real-world problems. Only in this way can one establish themselves in society and achieve upward mobility. Therefore, the way to cope with the devaluation of qualifications is not to join the crazy competition, but to find what you truly want to do. Discover the person you want to become, and uncover your curiosity and thirst for knowledge about the world. Instead of pursuing utilitarian goals, which only turn you into what the educational system wants you to be, pursuing curiosity and thirst for knowledge allows you to become the person you truly want to be. So how exactly can you find your curiosity and thirst for knowledge? The first step is to identify something that once inspired you to become active. Recall why you wanted to learn it at that time and what caused the emergence of your exploratory desire. The inspiration for active learning can be a person, book, or event. Take the time to recall it in detail and write it down. If there are multiple instances, list them all. After writing them down, select the most significant instance and try to detail the circumstances of that time, such as when and where it happened and what you did. The next step is to write down the impact this event had on you. The impact includes both direct and indirect effects, such as how this event changed your habits and way of thinking, and how these changes affected those around you. Finally, evaluate the significance of these impacts on your lifestyle. To illustrate with my own example, my most important learning inspiration was when I accidentally read Chai Ching's Seeing in my senior year of high school, which sparked a strong interest in investigative journalism and media communication. I remember vividly that after finishing the book, I walked around the dimly lit school playground, alone after evening self-study. The night sky was pitch black, but inside me, there was a blazing light. A sentence kept echoing in my mind: countless distant places and countless people are related to me. This event had three main impacts on me. Firstly, the book made me deeply feel the social significance and powerful influence of the media. Secondly, it made me resolve to create positive change for the world and others. Lastly, it ignited my passion for journalism, and I aspired to become an investigative journalist. Looking back now, this event completely influenced the direction of my life. Although I have not become an investigative journalist, the motivation and spiritual strength given by my journalistic ideals helped me me endure the most painful senior year and successfully get admitted to a prestigious 211 university. Most importantly, curiosity and thirst for knowledge about media and communication have always allowed me to control the direction of my life actively, providing a strong intrinsic drive to keep learning and practicing, thereby continually opening new fields, discovering new interests, gaining new opportunities, and gradually building my circle of confidence and awareness until I can freely achieve my original ideals. What I want to illustrate through my personal experience is not that educational qualifications are entirely unimportant, but that when your purpose of learning is not just to obtain a diploma, but to pursue what you genuinely want to do, the value you want to create, and the ideals you want to realize, you can have the long-term willpower and positivity for learning and action. Perhaps throughout our lives, we may never achieve our life ideals, but the true meaning of ambition lies in the powerful will that emerges from within when we commit to it, supporting us through the continual self-challenge and the repeated shaping and honing of our ideal selves. Learning is always accompanied by the growing pains of development, but this is precisely the growing pain that one must experience to become a stronger and more resilient person. The forces that can support our steady growth may be hidden in some small moments and daily opportunities, in people, things, and events that may seem ordinary and insignificant to others, yet they can be like a drop of water traversing a long and winding river, ultimately accompanying you to the vast ocean.